Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to Play the Hits. This is A Link to the Past, and I'm Chris Beck.
And I am Nicholas Weber, still tagging along, the little imp floating over your shoulder.
Who halved my magic, or rather halved my MP cost.
Oh, we did that already?
Yeah, remember? That was the funny thing. He tried to make it sound like it was a curse, but all he does is help you.
And I mean, I get the ha ha he he, but I remember being really freaked out by that as a kid because I thought that it would like double the amount of magic I used. I was like, no, stop, reload.
Yeah,
but it didn't.
That did make sense. Now wait a minute. All I have to do is exit the area.
Oh, sorry, I was choking on my tongue there for a moment.
Nice. Oh, I didn't realize
I could
bring this chest in the light world. Where do I take that again?
You gotta take it to the entrance of the desert to the guy who doesn't talk to you. You're on the right track. Yeah.
Oh,
he unlocks it, and the fourth bottle is inside. So while I was outside taking Rex to the bathroom, I thought of a cool conversation topic.
What's that?
Okay. So, ghost stories. Do you have any good ghost stories, Chris?
I'm a total skeptic when it comes to ghosts. So not really, unfortunately.
Well, you don't have to be you can be a skeptic and still have a good ghost story.
Well, honestly,
something that happened to you that was just unexplainable and really freaky.
So really nothing personally, but I really enjoy the show Ghost Hunters for the precise reason that I am a skeptic, and I kind of like the kind of mild, like cheap thrills that show offers.
Yeah, I can see that.
Wait, is this the guy up here?
Yeah.
I passed him. Okay.
Yep. He's sitting right there. You go. Man, Toucan Sam wants you dead.
Right? Hey,
I'll follow my nose straight to hell.
If you keep it a secret from everyone, tell it to fucking everyone.
Go tell it on the mountain. Here's your bottle.
Link's like, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna tell everybody, and you're still gonna fucking do this.
He puts his sword to his throat. Do you know what I'm holding right now?
Actually, wait, I don't even have my sword.
Oh. Oh, crap.
Die, goddammit! Wouldn't it be great you could just punch enemies? Yeah.
So no, you don't have any good ghost stories then, huh?
No, I have no legitimate ghost story or anything. Like the best I can say is like just being home alone and just hearing creepy noises and freaking myself out, basically.
Okay, I might have a couple, and they might suck, so, you know, bear with me.
Nice.
This is something that fascinates me. I, too, am a bit of a skeptic, but at the same time, there's things that happen that you just can't, explain. And of course, these are going to be, like, really minute things, but...
Yeah.
So, like, for example, back when I lived in the apartment over at Defiance College, and go ahead and just stop me if these are boring.
No, go for it. I'm genuinely intrigued.
So I've had a few situations that I haven't been able to explain. So like I said, when I was living at Defiance College in the little broom closet that we, did all of our fun stuff at, I was...
Boy, that sounded hot.
Yeah, it did, and I was kind of hoping you wouldn't comment on it, but here we are.
All of the fun stuff we did, YouTube.
I was referring to gaming.
Wait, send us your fan art before Nick says anything.
And ghost stories. If you're gonna send fan art and fan fictions, send us some ghost stories too.
Make it a vaguely sexual ghost.
Yeah, oh god, here we go into the hentai stuff again, right?
Yeah, but now we're in shit. What's the guy on guy hentai called?
Yaoi?
Yaoi. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
God. All right, let's detour right away from.
No, wait. Before you start your ghost story, the only reason I even know that term is because as a kid,
go back into the dark world.
I searched some very unfortunate pictures of Cloud and Sephiroth.
Oh wow!
It's amazing what'll come up in the search engine if you simply type that.
Gee, what could we possibly? Oh my. What are they doing? It's like a dog trying to jump over another one, but can't quite make it over. Anyways, so
man, they didn't even draw Cloud's hair right.
That's what ruined it for you, huh?
That's what did it.
The hair wasn't the only thing standing up. Okay, all right.
Let's just say the hair was the least spiky thing in the picture.
Yeah, well, let's say that Cloud had his sword, but they weren't doing the kind of penetration I was expecting. Oh,
But
God.
Doom, we're here all
I
night.
like
YouTube.
how I was trying to talk about ghost stories, and now we're way deep into Yahweh country.
All
Pun
right,
intended.
back to the ghost story.
Well, I don't know if I can top. Okay, anyways.
Regale me,
So-
Nicholas.
So, anyways, I was in that little broom closet that was my apartment at DC for 3 years, and I was leaning against the bed just playing some random game. And I noticed out of the corner of my eye, my little rocking chair that I had is rocking. So
Oh,
I thought,
that's
oh, that's
fucked up.
interesting. Did I touch that? And I just kind of sat there for a second. I thought, it'll stop in a second. It did not stop in a second, and it increased in speed.
Oh shit.
All of a sudden, this chair is freaking going to town like a 5-year-old with ADHD is just rocking the hell out of it.
Dude.
And I'm just sitting there like, all right.
Well, this is how I'm gonna die.
I have a crucifix on the wall, and now's a good time to remember Lord's Prayer. And in about 5 seconds, it went from a fevered pitch of rocking back and forth pretty violently to just settling down and not moving anymore.
Dude, that's screwed up.
So the only natural course of action I took was walk over, flip the chair over so it couldn't rock, and go back to playing the game I was playing and try never to think
Of
about
course,
it
you
again.
wake up the next morning and the chair is like upright and next to your bed.
Oh yeah. Or there's 10 of them stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, right. And the crucifix is upside down.
Actually, wasn't the upside down crucifix a thing of religious reverence? Like when they crucified one of the apostles, like John or something, they said,
Peter.
Put me on an upside down cross because I'm not worthy to be crucified in the manner of the Lord or something.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I always enjoyed when people would try to be edgy and draw those upside down crosses, and I thought, oh, you're a religious little thing, aren't you?
Yeah, Peter did it first.
The other occasion, which involves more spinning, was again at the little apartment in DC, and I had one of those.
Dude, that
little
apartment
trash-
was straight up haunted then, wasn't it?
Someone had to have died there, probably from drinking too many Four Locos. But remember back when that was killing college students left and right?
One of the old RAs just went to town on Four Loko.
It was like, what, 4 beers and 2 coffees in a can?
I think it was like a beer and energy drink mixture.
It was. I mean, I think that's what it was, is it had the combined total of 4 beers worth of alcohol.
It is literally
But-
designed to explode your heart.
Well, this was back when it was really potent. Anyways, and then it killed a bunch of college freshmen, and they're like, all right, well, we got to make it extreme, but we got to stop killing kids.
Well, if you can call that extreme. Hello.
So anyways, the second story was I had a little trash can, and it was night, and I was standing there making dinner or something on my little 1x2 foot countertop. And I turn around, and the trash can lid, it's like one of those ones where you hit it and it spins around.
Yeah.
So I turned around, and the trash can lid just all of a sudden does 5 really quick turnarounds, and I
Oh,
had not
dude.
touched it or anything. So yeah, that's a common theme at that apartment, is stuff spinning around.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Um,
screwed up, man. I'd have been out of there. I'd have been like, nope, I am now a believer. Done.
I think I was making curry. Now my third one
Fuck this
is
bee.
my third one is like the most esoteric, but also can be the most banal. I was in this house actually, where I am right now in Defiance, and
Yeah.
there was one night. It was like 1 in the morning, and I was walking across the living room, and then all of a sudden, there wasn't anything there, but like every single primal instinct in my body, every single primal alarm just went off.
Oh, dude.
My hair is standing on end, and I've got goosebumps all over my arms and legs, and like I'm frozen, paralyzed with fear. And I had this inexplicable sensation that if I turn around, there's going to be something there, and it's going to murder me.
Oh, dude, that
uh,
sucks.
And there was no explanation for this. Like, I could not move. The adrenaline was going in everything. And I turn around, and there's nothing there, but the alarm bells are still going off. Like, it was so weird. Like, my body perceived something was there.
Right,
but
that would
I
have been like the
visually
perfect
couldn't see
time for a
anything.
jump scare. Yeah, Jesus.
Right. Yeah. And I couldn't explain it. Like, I was perceiving something there, but I
Yeah.
just could not visually see it.
It sucks.
And this was back when Thor was alive, and Thor just Thor, mind you, was an old man at this point, and he just lost it. I mean, he was barking up the storm and baring his teeth, which I had never seen him do before.
Oh man, that's screwed up.
Now, granted, that was probably because dogs react to the owner,
Yeah,
temperament
he can
in a
pick up on
situation.
your
But still, I'd never seen him like that before. And eventually it just faded. And we just both kind of looked at each other like, well, what the hell was that?
just a passing demon.
Right? But I mean, I had never, ever felt anything so extreme in my entire life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are my ghost stories.
Nice. Yeah, I have nothing even remotely exciting. Like, being a religious person myself, like, my thought on it is pretty much more in terms of like biblical scholarship than anything, which is that and again, this is just pure biblical scholarship, so if I bore you, let me know. My thought on that has been, so Christ has come into the world, and he has the last say and authority over all princes and principalities, which is in the Greek word daimonion, which is where we get the word demon. So basically, any demon that has had free reign on this world basically has to submit to the coming of the Messiah. And so at this point, even if they are around, they are, for intents and purposes, like harmless, because basically all you have to do is invoke the name of Christ, and they have no authority to do anything but submit. And so that has always been my thought. Like, if I were to ever like encounter anything of that nature, which I'm skeptical about, that would be my like fail-safe go-to. So yeah, and again, like I said, I am obviously a Bible-believing Christian, so that's
they don't
just
need
been my thought
to.
on it.
I mean, they don't need to be mutually exclusive. Kind of like I think we had a.
Oh no, I
conversation.
agree. Like I actually very much believe that demons are real, but like I said, in the face of a greater power, they have like no authority. So
Well, when Jesus feels like doing anything about it. I mean, I think there was a passage in the Bible specifically with Legion where Jesus just was kind of like, "My shift is over in 10 minutes. Tell you what, I'll make a deal if you leave."
yeah, pretty much just made them go into the pigs, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Like, he's like, okay, so if you want to have power and authority on this earth, then I'm still not going to let you claim that which is mine. You're going to go into this ceremonially unclean animal, and that's all I'm going to give you. So basically just adding insult to injury.
Yeah, and one of those kind of delightfully ironic roles. You know, it's funny because when I read the Bible from front to back 2 years ago, I
Yeah.
always loved the Jesus parts. Those made the most sense
You
to
know,
me.
he was so delightfully, not ironic, but
He was pretty. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, he was very Hebrew in his mannerisms, and people don't give him credit for that. You know, if there's any Jesus that is palatable today, it's hippie Jesus. But man, I love Jewish ceremonial, Hebrew Jesus.
Are we talking like the borderline Larry David Jesus?
No, the Jesus of the Bible, like the
Forgive me if I'm being irreverent here. I mean, I am the theist of the group here, but open. By the way, the Cape of Invisibility is there, and there's a heart piece on that ledge if you use the mirror.
the mirror. That's what I was thinking of. Okay.
Yeah. Like for example, when I say like Larry David, like some questions that Jesus just, for lack of a better term, thought were so below him he didn't feel like giving a clear answer. Like when they ask about rendering taxes unto Caesar,
Right.
Jesus kind of gives that dismissive.
Yep.
Render unto Caesar what is Caesar. I didn't think I care about that.
That's 110% correct.
Yeah, and it's people, take that like, oh, well, that was giving a blessing to, structure of government. I was like, no, that was Jesus just kind of doing a Frenchman's wave of saying, yeah, that's the most
he's
important thing about this sermon.
Yeah, it was basically his way of saying, like, this is so the exact opposite of what I came to do that I'm not going to dignify it with a real answer. Like, you follow your conscience as a citizen, and if God commands you to do something, that is your first priority.
Another thing. Okay, so now we're just to the point where we're talking about the Bible here.
Yeah, right.
Which is funny because given our long friendship, we've not really talked a lot about considering our interesting positions. I loved the parts with the apostles, for some reason seemingly like always being surprised by every time Jesus was performing a miracle.
Right.
You'd think after the first 5 they'd be like, hey, there's not enough fish and loaves, he'll figure it out.
Well, the whole point of the disciples' ignorance was to demonstrate man's utter inability to have faith.
Right, which goes, I guess, yeah.
So from a Lutheran perspective, what we say about that is it's an argument for the total depravity of man. We can't receive faith on our own. It has to be given as a gift of baptism. So, and the disciples illustrate that. Despite the signs and wonders that they were seeing, they still couldn't believe until it was Christ himself that basically forced belief upon them, which is another great, misrepresentation of baptism, which is, you get that picture of gentle Jesus knocking at the door. That's such crap. At least from a traditional Christian perspective, which is where I'm coming from, that is just crap. Gentle, lonely Jesus just waiting for you to let him in.
You're missing the invisibility cape here,
yeah,
right?
and I can't remember where...
You're destroying this cemetery. It's to your right. You got to use the mirror.
Oh, it's the mirror. Do I just get in right here?
No, because that's the gravestone you're going to need to knock over. Go up. That works too.
Right,
well, no, that works because you're going to need to give yourself enough space to run into it.
There we go. Oh, and what the hell? I could have just... whatever.
Well, I guess there is a way to get this quicker. You got to Pegasus your way into it.
There we go.
And I understand that it's trying to... I understood the symbolism or allegory that was trying to do this thing of communicating the inherent sinfulness of man in that good Old Testament manner. But you would really think after the first 10 miracles, they'd stop being surprised. I remembered that the fish and loaves story didn't even happen once. It happened twice.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think the second time they'd be like, well, we don't have enough food. He'll figure it out, but he always does.
Right. Or when they troubled him on the boat to calm the storm. Right. What did they think was going to happen? The boat was going to go down and take the Messiah with it? I mean,
well, but
again,
Family Guy Star Wars episode, there's enough main characters on this boat. I don't think we got to worry about dying.
That's exactly right. Well, and Jesus even says that himself. If they don't believe when they see these things, they're certainly not going to believe when a man rises from the dead. So that was exactly the whole point of his miracles. The ones who already believe and want to receive will take them for what they are, and the people without faith, he's not going to convince anybody. So that was exactly the point of him.
Yeah. And I always thought that his message overall was pretty crystal clear. I mean, if you were, and correct me if I'm wrong, which I probably am since I didn't go to seminary for 4 years. Or did you do 8?
4.
8, yeah. 4. Well, you got your bachelor's and then the seminary was 4 years, so you have a master's then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, I mean, the entire Bible, if you were to condense it down, was Jesus' 2 commandments, was, I quote this all the time. What was it? You know what I'm talking about, right? Where basically they ask him to summarize the 10 commandments, and he says,
the law. So
law.
They come to Jesus and they ask, "Teacher, what must we do to fulfill the law?" And he gives the short list of the commandments. You have heard it said that you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal. He goes, but I tell you there is a greater commandment. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. And that's
what it was.
But what you're saying is that's the condensation of the law, which it is. From my perspective, though, I don't preach the law, I preach the gospel. The law has been taken care of, it is fulfilled. That doesn't mean it is not relevant, but that it is completed. So the law does not work salvation. It is the gospel which does that, which is that despite your utter inability to fulfill the law, which is to say I cannot love my neighbor as myself, and I cannot love the Lord God with all my heart, soul, and strength, that still Christ has taken care of that for me. So
Well-
what remains is not that I do good works or fulfill acts of the law to appease God, but rather that I trust in the availing sacrifice, and so because I am liberated, then I live as Christ lived.
Now, is this the same thing as Jesus' death having fulfilled the Old Testament?
Yes. So
Okay.
so basically, and again, I am arguing a very distinctly Lutheran point here.
Where are we going here?
The Catholics.
Curiosity, real quick.
I'm just dicking around looking for heart pieces, but I'm
There's
probably
none
getting.
over here.
Okay,
There's
I'm probably
none here.
ready to go to the next dungeon. I thought there was a dark world portal somewhere close by.
There's no heart pieces here. Then why are you here?
So yeah, what I was doing there was arguing a very distinctly Lutheran point, which is
Oh yes, because I was raised Catholic, and we have a bit of a different view on.
yeah. So from the Catholic perspective, works of the law are still
Go
essential to
north.
salvation.
Go north. You can actually get into one of those whirlpools and shortcut your way to, I think, a heart piece or two.
That's what I was thinking of doing up here. I knew I was looking for a whirlpool because I saw one right next to where we were. Is this the one that I want?
Yeah, that's the only one here, I think.
Okay.
You could also throw one of
Nice.
your empty bottles into that fountain up there with the fairy and get some free MP. But
Nice. Not that it's necessary right now. Oh,
actually,
here we
I
go.
think that portal just takes you to the Ice Palace, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
So
whatever.
let's see here. I need to get up there. So I need to get into the
And-
dark world first.
Yep. I guess this is where the ocarina comes in handy.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. The ocarina. Wait, does the ocarina warp me in the dark world too?
I don't think so.
Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I had to think about it for a sec. Hey, we might as well throw some rupees in the pond again.
This is true. But yeah, I just totally derailed. So I was making some kind of theological point concerning the nature of work. So you're right. The law is summarized just like you said. But from the Lutheran perspective, the law is not as important as the gospel. So we let the gospel predominate. Is the term that we use in terms of preaching. So if someone walks away from one of my sermons condemned by the law without any hope of salvation, then I have not done my job as a follower of Christ. The job is first to condemn with the law and then make alive with the gospel. So at the end of the sermon, they should always come away knowing, wow, I really screwed up, but at the same time, in spite of my screw-ups, God still decided to die for me.
Huh. So it looks like I was able to grasp all that from a pretty decent perspective as far as the Lutheran perspective goes.
Yeah, you'd
How
make a
about
great Lutheran one of these days, Nick.
Yeah, I would if I weren't so
Cynical.
cynical. That's okay, because according to all that, I've still got time. Probably shouldn't die tomorrow, but still got time.
We'll talk more, I'm sure.
Oh,
see
I'm
here.
sure. I'm sure that God threw you in my path for a reason
There we go.
or something. Of course, now as far as the Bible goes, I always got a little bit confused that Jesus kind of offers that message of hope and openness and love. And then Peter kind of turns around and is like, all right, here's the rules. Here's who's not getting in. Gays? Definitely not you guys first.
You're thinking of Paul.
Paul, I'm sorry. Boy, do I look like a jackass.
No, that's fine. But Paul did write the epistles. So Paul's point in writing those things was that the law of God is not undone by Christ. That we're still to live in accord with it, but not in terms of if I jump through these hoops, then I'm going to be saved. But rather to not fall back into sin. And at that point, what he was doing was simply restating the law of Moses in light of the gospel. That's actually a really fascinating topic that I'd like to write on sometime, I think. But yeah, so let's see here. Let's do a few more bombs here, and then we'll head over to the dark world.
I thought you were going to say call a night. I was like, no, we did not do a second episode just to get more bombs
Just to
and arrows.
run around aimlessly.
We got to do at least another dungeon.
Oh yeah, we're doing a dungeon.
Yeah, well, that
no.
was fun. So we went from ghost stories to talking about the Bible.
As we do. Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah, 50 is your limit there.
Oh, really? So I only get 50 bombs, but I can get more arrows then.
Yep.
All
I
right,
think
screw
the
it, we'll
arrows
come back.
the arrows max out at 70.
Really? I was thinking
Mhm.
90. Oh, I'm thinking of the GBA version. They give you 99.
Ah, the GBA version. I've always wanted to play that because it didn't have like a super secret extra dungeon.
Yeah, or it had like the Four Swords dungeon.
Yeah, but you couldn't get into like the boss gauntlet well, might as well do this one as long.
Yeah, but I really wanted that heart piece. Damn it.
Let's do this. Let's just knock the Ice Palace out of the way because it's the second most obnoxious dungeon in the game.
Yeah, I'll probably need some of your... I don't have the flame rod yet. I
Don't
get it in
matter
here.
because well, we don't have the flame rod and we don't have the Bombos medallion, so there's nothing we can do no matter what. Because you got to kill him to open the door.
Aha.
All right, screw it. We're going to Skeleton Land.
Damn it. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. Well, let's get it. Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, man. Okay, so we're going to Skeleton Land, which is absolutely my least favorite dungeon. But that's okay. Get out of the way here.
We got to get it done, and it's about like the right length for I think this episode. So
Yeah, we'll see. It tends to take... God damn it.
I've got a pretty good recollection of the dungeon, so if we get lost, we can fall back on that.
Okay, sweet. I'll probably be relying on you for that one. Ice Dungeon, I should have a decent recollection of, but this one has never been my strong suit.
The Ice Dungeon, so long as you know the gimmicks, you can pretty much just power right through it. It's pretty linear.
Yeah, that's always been my thought. People complain about the Ice Dungeon, but I never thought it was too terrible.
You know, people also complain about the Water Temple, but I never thought that was bad either.
No, because it kind of followed a set route. Like, it kind of showed you the way that you would go, and it's just like a matter of winding back around to lower or raise the water level.
Didn't the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time kind of nerf that a bit?
It did. It gave you, like, actual, like, writing on the walls that showed you, like, what level everything had to be at.
Ah, okay. The only trouble I had with the Water Temple is there was this awkward part where you had to get a key by going into the central tower and raising the water level.
Yeah.
So you could get that like one buoyant platform to open up a
fuck it.
passageway.
Yeah.
I actually ended up deleting my first Zelda save progress because I thought I went out of order and I like glitched it so that I could never progress.
Oh, dude, that sucks.
Well, I was able to go back and get a bunch of new items that, you know, I didn't get my first playthrough, so. Plus, I was like 12. I didn't have anything else to do with my time.
Nice. I really thought there was a fairy in that tree. I was wrong.
Okay, so I kind of dominated the conversation with the last two topics. What have you got?
I was gonna say I thought I went off on a tangent there for.
Well, okay, I guess I didn't count it because I enjoyed it. So.
There you go.
I always enjoy hearing your perspective on things.
When I actually talk about what I do for a living instead of.
I guess maybe it's this whole. Hey, you can get that tree now with the lumberjacks.
Yeah, that's actually right where I was going.
I have this like strange appreciation for, and it's sad, but I have this strange appreciation for someone who's able to have a conversation about religion or politics, but without, you know, beating you over the head with their opinion.
I see. Yeah, yeah, you do get that a lot sometimes in religious circles. Here we go. How am I doing?
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Who wants to get in this bottle? I'm gonna eat the rest of you.
Nom 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 nom. You
You
get
gotta-
to live and tell your friends.
Right, exactly. Tell your friends what you saw here.
You tell them Link was good to you.
We gotta
Yes.
leave one so they can reproduce.
How does that work,
Actu-
you think?
I assume it's like by budding.
They grow into a great fairy and just explode into mini fairies.
Right.
Damn it. I should just stop chopping down bushes. I always get that one obnoxious bomb.
Okay,
Let's
now
go
that
up
house
on the
raises.
mountain real quick and get the
Oh,
Ether
the
spell.
Cane of Byron.
Oh,
Sep-
that too.
Oh, why don't you just use your ocarina to go up there?
Why don't I?
Yeah, this will cut off a lot of travel time. You can also just save and quit into the Hermit's Cave, but, well, we got the ocarina, so screw that.
Right.
Oh, we can also get the Ether Medallion.
Yeah, that was actually what brought me up here originally.
Oh, yeah. Well, might as well go to the Dark World and get Byron's cane as well.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it.
All right.
And then
Anyways,
we'll go to that damn skeleton dungeon.
Welcome to Skeleton Land.
Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine.
Yeah, I mean, this game has got skeletons, but it's got nothing on Rondo of Blood skeletons.
Oh, that's right. God damn. That just frustrates me thinking about it again.
What do we want to do? What's the order? I think we want to get the cane first.
I think Ether is right up here, though, isn't it?
It is, but then, like, you can't get back down here because you got to jump.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Or can I jump
Yeah.
from up there?
You know what? Do it your way. I honestly don't remember. I don't think so, but I'm open to being proved wrong. That little ball guy likes being kicked
Oh, no.
around. I
Yeah, we can
noticed.
jump down. We can jump down.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I was wrong. That's cool. That's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to be right all the time.
Just enough to make myself feel important.
Oh, my God! It just
That was
kills him.
quick.
Yeah. Wah, 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 wah. You are dead.
Would you like to start over?
Right? Maybe
Ball
next
is in
time don't
parking
hold
lot.
your sword up when it's lightning.
Yeah, he literally just got struck by lightning, and it just made him powerful. If I were Ganon, I'd be pissing myself at this point.
Ganon, we can't stop him. We struck him with lightning. It's like that one time we were playing Batman Arkham Asylum, and I did that zip line over to that guy with the sniper rifle, and he shot me in the chest.
Oh, that's right.
And then I just laid the beat down on him.
No, it wasn't even that. It just he hit you with this like 50 caliber bullet, and all Batman did was like rear back from the recoil and proceeded to beat him to death.
Oh my God. Can you imagine that guy being wheeled into the Joker? He's like, I'm out. I'm out.
I'm done.
I can't do this anymore.
Oh, we did this in the perfect order.
That we did.
All right, well, what's on your mind, Chris? What do you want to talk about?
Let's see here. So tell me a little bit more about Star Tropics.
Star Tropics. All right, what do you want to know? I kind of want to save my trivia for. Yeah, these will be helpful.
You got
Kind
the
of want to
king.
save the kind of trivia for the actual playthrough. But Star Tropics is a Zelda clone, and I think it is like the best Zelda clone of the time. What else is there? It was the first game that the Japanese
Oh, I'm
branch of
gonna die.
Nintendo
I'm gonna die. I didn't make it.
released the fairies.
Release all the fairies.
It was the first game that the Japanese Nintendo development team worked with the American development team on.
No kidding.
Yeah,
That's
I can't
interesting.
really say how that culturally influenced the game, but it was fun.
Well, that's why you get like all those Marty McFly references and.
that's true. Yeah,
yeah.
there's
I
few pop
remember
culture.
that. Yeah, I remember that about the game. But basically, like, is it? Again, I've seen it in action, but I've never really played it. Is it dungeon based, like Zelda, or?
Yeah, there's an overworld, but there's like 7 primary dungeons you got to go.
Okay, so there are like full-fledged dungeons.
Yes. But the dungeons are presented in a way you don't actually feel like you're going into a dungeon, if that makes sense.
Okay, I can
It,
feel you.
it doesn't feel like Legend of Zelda, where you got to defeat the 7 dungeon masters to get the 8 MacGuffins.
Yeah.
Or
Okay, so
recover the Dragon
technically,
Balls.
dungeon number 2 is the South Dungeon. Do you want to do that, or do you want to do Skeleton Forest?
Let's do Skeleton Forest just in the interest of
Yeah.
time, because I think we can shoot through that.
Yeah, let's get it out of the way, and that way we only have fun dungeons left.
Yeah, and then we're done with all that area of the map.
Or as I like to refer to them, fungeons.
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 Thank you, Wreck-It Ralph, for that reference.
Was that a Wreck-It Ralph reference?
It was. That was what King Candy referred to his dungeon as.
Ah, that's right. Okay, I knew I wasn't
Fun
that creative.
Fun fact, Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph was voiced by Steve Brule, who is the guy who wrote Tim and Eric's Awesome Show.
No way.
Oh yeah, same guy.
That's
Same
awesome.
guy. I knew there was a certain kind of stink to that movie that I just could not quite get on board with.
I like
And
Wreck-It Ralph.
I thought it was just Sarah Silverman, but it was a fine movie, don't get me wrong. But it just, when I realized who both of those voice actors I was like, why did I enjoy this movie as much as I did?
Right. It sure as shit wasn't the video game references.
Yeah, that was definitely not how you do a video game movie because it was just kind of threw out topical references.
Yeah, exactly. Like just hard geeks will
Oh,
get
gamers
this.
will like this.
Yeah, exactly. And you did it in Goofy's voice. Very good.
The what?
But no, it actually ended up being like a really charming story that just.
It didn't need the video game references. That was the weirdest part about that movie. It could have just done its own thing instead of shoehorning those in.
Right. The only one that I really enjoyed was Zangief.
Yeah, but they marketed the hell out of that so much. Like the video game characters would play a role in it. It was just kind of like throwaway appearances.
Oh yeah, but like I said, if you're gonna do a throwaway appearance, then at least that Zangief one was. Pretty
That was
hilarious.
definitely the best one.
I am
right.
Zangief. I am bad guy.
But not bad guy.
But I is not bad guy.
I hate everything because my life is shallow and empty. Yeah, those guys take like 3 hearts out, I think, by the way.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What I hate is like now that the next Wreck-It Ralph movie is coming out, you see all these articles online about Mario is going to be in the next Wreck-It Ralph movie. Well, he's going to be in it for like 5 seconds to say Yahoo and then be gone.
right.
So what are we excited about here?
It's
exactly?
me, Mario. Pay me
Give
now.
me yeah, exactly. Give me my check. On the second, I thought I know you're not good for cash and coins only.
And there we go. Immediately. All he could do was take me back to exactly where I was standing.
You got, jeez, that was emasculating. Hey, hold
wasn't
on. You
good.
might ice one of the. Never mind. I was gonna say ice one of these guys, but it took care of itself.
Go ahead, fucking drop on me, I dare you. Fucking kill you again. You got a key.
You got the thing. Zing.
Look at my bling. This is a thing. Okay, that's enough. That is enough. Oh god. Son of a bitch. I hate that. I really do.
You are having a lot of trouble with Wallmaster. He has got you off your game. I went the entire playthrough without ever once being caught by him.
Are you
But
shitting
like
me?
I watched you play, and then I'm like getting Roxy. See you in hell, thing.
See you in hell. This is a map.
You got the map. You are here.
This is where you are. Oh, fucking.
Hey, so, you want to hear a funny, sad story?
Is it about ghosts?
No, it's about me.
Oh, good.
So, it has a slightly happy ending, question mark. So, remember when I said I was going to interview for that HR position at work?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Turns out my
Ah.
boss interviewed for it and took it.
Oh, fuck her.
She
hate
was... She was eminently qualified, so, you know, no shame in being beaten by the best.
Still, that's bullshit.
And then 2 days later, I find out the Ohio Benefit Bank might be getting defunded by the state of Ohio.
Oh,
so not
shit.
only will I not be promoted, I might be losing the job that I have.
Where's the happy ending part of this?
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't actually. I learned not to care.
The irony is, oh, there's a bomb to your left. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. I think that's the fire rod, actually.
I think we're getting close.
It doesn't matter because you don't have the master key.
Nope.
This frickin' part took me forever to figure out as a kid. Well, you might as well blow up the wall and check those bosses or those skulls because there might be a key under one of them. Oh, okay. I guess you can do that.
Blow up the
No,
wall. Pull on the
Pull
switch.
the lever. The wall disappears. Now there's
Pick
a
up the skull. This is getting old.
Steamed ham, but we've replaced all the dialogue with the Zelda treasure box music. God, this is what my life is. So, anyways,
I said
yeah.
steamed hams.
The great irony is I was gonna leave my job anyways after summer food was over. So I'm just
Yeah, I
kinda
remember
like,
you telling me about that.
Yeah, because I mean I'm not worried because I'm highly because I have my stuff together. I'm highly employable. I've got significant savings to fall back on, and I'll probably get some unemployment for a few months. So I'm gonna be just fine.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, you were like what? Like the bigwig of the OBB for a year or something like that?
Yeah, it was funny because I actually called the executive director and she returned my call and she said something along the lines of, "I am so happy to finally meet the Nicholas Weber of Northwest Ohio."
Nice.
And I think my words were literally, "Oh, really? Well, just out of curiosity, what do you know about me?" And she kind of quoted me chapter and verse of everything I've done. I thought, wow, that is really impressive.
Ma'am, please, you can make it out to cash.
To quote Hank Scorpio, please, please, Homer, my butt is for sitting, not kissing. But no, it made me feel really warm and fuzzy till I remembered, oh, that's right, all this is going away in a few months. So, but anyways, yeah, it was nice to know that I am appreciated in those circles.
Very good. Yeah, I have no doubt you'll be employed. Also, you should try to look for work in Bloomington.
That is...
Son of a bitch!
Oh, that is dirty. Now, I think he takes you to this entrance, yeah. Just enough to really piss you off.
Yeah, right, I have to kill all these assholes over again. You fucker. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm in no danger. I don't need to worry about getting shut off or kicked out of my house. I've got a good 3 years before I got to start breaking a sweat of, to be unemployed.
There go the lights.
I need some food. Where is the water?
Lost 20 pounds.
I can see my ribs.
I'm peeing blood.
I think I'm dead.
Oh, shit.
Rex just does the Zelda death animation. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, right. That's
oh, God, my dog is dead. Again.
A fairy comes up and revives him for some reason.
Damn it. Now I gotta go back to feeding for 2.
Nick, that was my last fairy. I'm getting nervous, Nick.
Oh, you mean that was the last fairy? Oh, God. Alright, that's enough of that. Oh, there's the big key. Now I can go back and get the fire rod after we bomb that wall.
Nick, oh my God. I'm gonna die.
I have noticed that my one superpower in this world... Oh, it was just magic. My one superpower in this world is the ability to both name dogs and give them personalities befitting their face.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I am just an ace when it comes to giving the dogs the proper voice.
Rex is basically just Morty, though, from what I understand.
He is exactly Morty, because I remember seeing a phone case. It was like a bunch of Rick and Morty merchandise, and it was like them using the portal gun. And like Morty would just basically see, geez, Rick, we're on a phone case, or geez, Rick, we're on a t-shirt. And Rex just had that pathetic, dopey look all the time that I thought, oh, he's my Morty. Lola was basically every supervillain ever, and Thor was just this really endearing but stupid amalgamation of Homer Simpson, Claptrap, and Patrick Star from SpongeBob.
Nice.
Nick, I don't want to alarm you, but I think we just released the Doombots from the 7th dimension of hell. Or as I like to call it, DLC. Anyways.
Here we go.
You know what's really awkward is trying to explain to friends who come to my house for the first time that my dog can talk and he's got a personality and this is acceptable behavior.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same with Pooh Bear. But Pooh Bear's just an asshole. Well, and the thing about him, though, is he's actually saying in his brain all the things that we, make him say with our mouths.
Oh,
God
absolutely.
Damn it.
He is just giving... He hits you
That
worse
thing-
than the third boss.
Yeah, seriously. Fire rod's yours.
Well, basically took all you had, but you got it. But at what cost?
Just my dignity.
And your hearts. Oh, this guy will kill you immediately, I think. Oh, I thought you had a key to get through that. Do you really even need to get through that door?
That's a good question.
I think you can just go to... You might need a small key.
So let's see, I've
You
got
might
the
want
boss key and the fire rod, so I'm pretty well ready to go.
to... I guess just make your way to the end and burn that big skeleton skull face thing.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a full health potion and a fairy, so I should be in good shape.
You can't see this, but Rex has been gradually making his way around the couch, and he has literally got his nose on the back of my neck breathing, as though to say, turn on the damn air conditioning. Turn it on. Turn it on.
I'm getting warm.
I think I'm dying of heat stroke. You
That
have to
wasn't-
have everything you need.
That wasn't on beat. I don't give a shit. God
My
damn
heart
it.
just get. Oh, goodbye.
I swear I swung my sword at that asshole, but whatever.
All right, all right.
Nick,
Hold
please.
on. Let's take a minute here. I'm gonna turn on the air conditioning. Be right back.
Very good. Well, YouTube, while Nick is gone, I'm going to list off his social security digits as is customary. But first, I'll burn this asshole. Does anyone have a fairy? Let me see, how am I doing here? I've got the magic bee and the full health juice. I do not have a fairy, which is not good. Because I will most certainly die at least once in this boss fight, but whatever. Let's see if there's anything down here that could be useful to me. Okay. What's in this chest? God damn it. My memory of this dungeon is just horrible. Which is probably why I hate it so much. Really? Great. I'm a rabbit now. Okay, what do you got for me in here? Another small key. Okay, whatever. If one of these could be pushed, that would be excellent. Ow. Okay, I could use some hearts right about now.
Okay, what did I miss?
I just came down here and got a small key and lost half of my health. Also, I used my only fairy.
Hey, are you picking up the AC on your end?
No, not really.
Not really, or no?
No, I don't think so. I think you're in good shape.
Okay, good.
We'll have to give it a listen after it's done recording, but I certainly don't hear it.
Oh, thank God. Thank you so much, Nick.
Oh, okay, I am noticing that it clips your voice just a little, but not in a substantial
We're dealing.
way.
Well, okay, we'll deal with that right now.
Turning it off, Rex.
Why did I hear a shotgun blast, Nick?
God damn it, with this fucking... Oh!
Why don't you just Pegasus charge to these guys? Oh, because of that brick.
And I didn't want
All
to
right,
that fire.
that's it, guys. If you're not turning the AC on, I'm going upstairs. I might as well just die of heat stroke up there. Well, I don't gotta listen to you guys try to
God
pretend.
damn it!
Oh, look at that. You got caught by the hand.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh, I love you, Rex.
This is the most predictable hour of YouTube I've ever watched.
I'd say you're like a poor man's Game Grumps, but, well...
That's an insult to the Game Grumps.
You're not, so there's that. Pretty brutal. Rex, are you the one who's in the cup?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. You would think, like, Link would know how to get away from that thing. Like, he'd just stand there with his sword aimed upwards and be like, come on, do it. Do it. I want you to do it.
Come on, hit me. Hit me.
You know, I gotta say, Batman The Dark Knight was about as close to a perfect movie as I think I've ever seen.
We are in total agreement there, my friend.
Yep. Yeah, we may disappoint on
Son of
The
a bitch.
Dark Knight Rises, but man, that movie, I think,
Whew, I'm getting real flustered here.
wow. Wow. Hey,
That-
just take a
That was
breath.
some hardcore self-destruction. Oh my god!
You walked into that hand.
No, that fucker hit me back into the hand. I've never had that happen before.
Okay, all right.
That was a
I
new
didn't-
one for me. That was an exciting way to get fucked. I like that. Oh, and I tried to go up and hit the hand, and it didn't work.
Okay, so why don't you turn on the Cane of Byron and just walk into these guys?
Because that would be too easy.
Oh, good. I'm at full magic, but yeah, I'll take some more.
Well, I'm looking for hearts to try to... There we go. Oh, fuck me. Okay.
There we go.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ah, fuck that room. I'm gonna get caught here, aren't I?
Why don't you use the fire rod on these guys because it's one-hit kill.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, aren't these guys like, canonically, aren't these guys Gidbu?
Aren't they what?
Aren't these guys called Gidbu?
Sure, why not?
Wait, you don't know your Zelda lore? Oh. Oh, you do have to light all the lamps in this room.
Yep.
Hey, you might want to freeze this one and then shatter him with the hammer.
Or I'll just die with no fairies, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, boy, this dungeon got
This
brutal.
dungeon molests me without fail. Like, I never do a competent job of this one.
Oh, man, I'd hurl some insults in your way, but there's nothing I can do or say to you that life isn't doing all...
Nothing I can say that you aren't already saying to yourself there, Chris.
Oh. Well, at least...
Whew! We're about to cross the line from, like, playfully angry to actually angry.
I'm getting slightly nervous.
This will be like the Mother Brain episode of Metroid Zero Mission with Max. I don't know if you ever watched that one, but I lost my shit on Mother Brain.
I did not see that part.
You're probably
But
better.
I imagine it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, you're probably better off. I'm just gonna wait for the hand to come back because I know he's coming. There we go. Come back here. Yeah! I was ready for you that time, you fucker.
The bottom one went out.
God damn it.
This dungeon wasn't meant to be accessible.
Nope.
I guarantee you. Okay. Okay, so pause for a sec. I would just use Ether in this room, clean it out, and then smash him with the hammer.
There we go.
I don't mean to backseat this too much. Oh,
That works. I was thinking about that anyways. There it is.
there we go. I had to pull an Agamemnon in.
Agamemnon.
Yeah,
Hey.
there's no reason not to hit them all with Ether. Ether, whatever.
Ugh, except I'm already in for a penny. Wow, those little, like, fucking worm things. Those are the worst.
They're the Medusa head of this game.
You're gonna eat some shit, mummy. Is
I
there something
already had
behind
Kate.
either of these?
No.
No, okay.
The only other time you need to cut something down in the game it was that occasion.
Fantastical.
Do we have any red potions?
Hey, you know what we have? Is the fucking hand. Awesome. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted, Nick. I wanted that to happen. Like subconsciously, like deep down, there was a part of me. I wanted it.
Very
Or I
very
wouldn't have taken
Freudian.
it.
I think the title for this episode is Link in the Hands of Fate.
Yeah, Link in the fuck. That's what it's called. God damn. I am just getting molested. Like left and right. Oh boy, this room. I'd say I love it, but that's a lie. Okay.
Again, I don't want to backseat this, but I would just hit everything with Ether and shatter things for magic. We don't need to make this more complicated than it already is.
You know what I could go for right now? A good 4 Loco.
Oh, you know what? You could just put on your invisibility cape and just flipping the bird as you go through the door. I think these have hearts. Arrows, yeah, that's what I wanted.
Okay.
This boss is also pretty difficult.
Okay, so I think one hit and I'm dead, right? So I should probably just use this.
You can probably take one hit before you... Yeah. I would start out with arrows first, and then once you start to take too much damage, switch to the Cape of Invisibility or the Staff of Byron.
Oh, fuck arrows.
Well, I guess we're going in sword first. No, I don't think that hurts him.
Really?
Yeah, I would not. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, we're in trouble.
No, you'll use your Cape of Invisibility when things get tough and he can't touch you. But
True.
like I said, save that. Staff of Byron is also acceptable.
Good hit, me.
Use it now. You can just charge hit him to death and you should be...
Working on it. There we go.
Yeah, that could have got nasty.
Yep. We spammed that fight to death.
As cheap as the dungeon was, I feel like that was allowable.
That was acceptable, yeah. Holy crap,
Oh
man.
my
That was
god, they finally
brutal.
did it. Maybe now they can turn the AC back on. I'm sorry, Rex. We can't do that.
That
I'm
was
calling-
positively brutal. Well, but it is behind us. The best parts of the game are still ahead.
That's true. We have got through most of the suck at this point.
You know, that really is the only... Like, this is my... Like I said, my favorite Zelda game.
Hmm.
That is probably the only part of this game that I would consider, like, absolute suck. I hate this dungeon.
You might as well grab a couple blue potions just to ensure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah. But I think we will grab those next time on Play the
I
Hits.
like that your microphone is picking up Rex's breathing. I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
I'm dying, Nick. You have no idea.
Nick, please. We've got to be done, Nick. All right, Rex. I'll give you the mercy seat here next time.
Oh, thank God. Well, that's Play the Hits, everybody. We'll see you next episode.
Good night, sweet prince.
Turn on the AC now, damn it.